pour the water, they will put it in which they will be covered with totally covered in the grains. That will be done for 4 hours or 3 hours. That is known as the Dhanyadivasa. Afterwards, it will be the Pushpadivasa. So he will be totally on it is not as a honeybee, it is not as a honeybees, what is that called? Wax. Yeah, wax with a cloth, they will cover the eyes of the Lord. They will open it after everything consecration is over, through the yajna and everything. So at that time, the eyes will be open. Generally, it is said when in the temples, nobody should be there in front of the Lord when the eyes are open. It should be a cow, the Agni, cow, horse, fruits, flowers, and the lamb. These are the things where we can see him. He will look at those things first. The cow tail he will look, and afterwards the fire, Darbha grass will be lit up under the huge fire. He will look at the fire, and then the flowers, fruits, and the lamb. So afterwards only he will become the deity, and he will take the first puja and whatever it is. That is in the temple. It will be done 3 days, 5 days, 7 days, or 9 days, depending on the depending on the temple and the height of the Lord.
Very well.
Any other things? Yeah, we will start now. If you know the song Swagatam Jagannath, you can sing. Or while doing the Abhishek, it will be the Prabhasakta.
You know Swagatam Jagannath?
Swagatam Krishna Jagannath. Swagatam Krishna. Swagatam Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Namo Vishwakaya, Srimate
You tell me.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
దీనికి ఎత్తి పెట్టండి, పువ్వు ఎత్తి పెట్టండి, అది నీళ్ళు పోవడానికి. పెట్టాలా బొట్టు? ఓకే తీయండి దీన్ని, ఇది లైవ్ లైవ్.
This is a very, very important event in our life. Not many on this planet can take a vision of what's happening here. Lord of the universe, Jagannath is appearing here. You might be thinking, Prabhu, I have appeared, I have seen him many times. No, you are not seen. Right? When he comes, it's always special. And he always calls so many to come here. We are all very fortunate. The most unfortunate part is we don't know how fortunate we are. Right? So it is Jagannath Baladev Subhadra being invited by Dasraj Prabhu and family. Let us pray 3 times loud Hare Krishna mantra for this event to be successful and Jagannath to enter their hearts.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Did everybody get the sprinkle of the water?
Yes.
Are you drenched or it is little sprinkle? It is the water that has been, that has come from Lord Jagannath Baladev Subhadra. If you have not got, go and get it. Hari Bol. And more, पूरा भीगना चाहिए, सब कुछ निकालना चाहिए. Hari Bol. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare लक्ष्मी सहस्रशत संभ्रम सेयमानं गोविन्दमादि पुरुषं नरहं भजामि वेणुं वनन्दमरविन्ददलायताक्षं वरदावनं समताम्बुदसुन्दराङ्गं कन्दर्पकोटिकमनीयविशेषशोभं गोविन्दमादि पुरुषं पश्यन्ति पान्ति कलयन्ति चिरं जगन्ति आनन्दचिन्मय सदुज्ज्वल विग्रहस्य गोविन्दमादि पुरुषं नमामि अच्युतमनादिमनन्दरूपम् आद्यं पुराणपुरुषं नवयौवनं च वेदेषु गोविन्दमादि पुरुषं नमहं भजामि वन्दास्तु कोटिशतवत्सर सम्प्रगम्यो वायो रथापि मनसो मुनिपुङ्गवानां सोऽभ्यस्य यत्र पदसीम्यविचिन्त्य तत्त्वे गोविन्दमादि पुरुषं नमहं भजामि एकोऽप्यसौ रचयितुं शक्तिरस्ति जगदण्डचयाय गन्धः अण्डान्तरस्थपरमाणुचयान्तरस्थं गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं नमहं भजामि यद्भावभावितधियो मनुजस्तथैव सम्प्राप्य रूपमहिमा सदयानभूषः गोविन्दमादि पुरुषं नमहं भजामि आनन्दचिन्मय रसप्रतिभावितावेर्यैव निजरूपतया कलामि गोलोकरेव निवसर्यखिलात्मभूतो गोविन्दमादि पुरुषं नमहं भजामि प्रेमाञ्जनाचुरितभक्तिविलोचनेन सन्ताः सदैव हृदयेषु विलोकयन्ति यं श्यामसुन्दरमचिन्त्यगुणस्वरूपं गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं नमहं भजामि रामादिमूर्तिषु कलानियमेन तिष्ठन् नानावतारमकरोतु वनेषु किन्तु कृष्ण स्वयं समभवत् परमपुमान्यो गोविन्दमादि पुरुषं नमहं भजामि यस्य प्रभा प्रभवतो कोटिस्वशेषवसुधादिविभूतिभिन्नं तद्ब्रह्मनिष्ठमनन्तमशेषभूतं गोविन्दमादि पुरुषं नमहं भजामि मायाहि यस्य जगदण्डशतानि सूत्रे त्रैगुण्यतद्विषयभेदविधायमानः सत्त्वावनं विपरसत्त्वविशुद्धसत्त्वं गोविन्दमादि पुरुषं नमहं भजामि आनन्दचिन्मय
कौन प्रभु? Do some nice kirtan. Oh, Mridanga, everybody.
సరే ఇక్కడ ఉంది హార్మోనియం ఉంది వెనక్కి
Prabhu, somebody start.
Somebody keep mic for it.
Pawan Prabhu, keep mic.
Mic is Amma. Jai Jagannath. Jai Baladev. Jai Baladev. Jai
After some time, I will be like.
Baladev.
అయిపోతుంటది తర్వాత.
Ram
రండి.
So, kirtan,
Start. No, start. Start, Mataji. Start. ఇది బాలేదు, ఇది లెవెల్ బాలేదు.
కీర్తన్ హరి బోల్.
ఇది లెవెల్ బాలేదు. ఎంత క్లాస్
हरि
जय
बोल।
गौराई प्रेमानंदे
शनाया माता जी की हरि बोल।
Let's all welcome Jagannath Baladev Subhadra, loud, enthusiastic people. Let us all sing this kirtan with our hearts, not from our mouths. The lyrics is on the screen. Please sing loudly. This is my humble request. Jaya Jaya Jagannath Sachidananda Tribhuvane Gorija
जय जगन्नाथ, जय बलदेव, जय सुभद्रा, जय राधा माधव श्री श्री राधा गोपी वल्लभ राधा मदन मोहन राधा गोपीनाथ श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा मैया श्री गौर निताय की ऐसी भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद की ओम ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनाशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कलामह्यं ददाति स्वामरमण्यं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवांश श्रीरूपं सागरजातं सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगना ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च ये कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेशा गोपिकान्ता राधाकान्ता नमोस्तुते तप्तकाञ्चना गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानन्द श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृन्द हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। When the Supreme Lord appears, all the Mukkoti Devatas are informed that he is appearing in a place. And all the Vedic scriptures start with this mantra of declaring who is the Supreme Lord. So when we are inviting Jagannath and Baladev Subhadra here, I want you all to say it with your heart loud and filled with love. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudhiraye Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha Namah Pankajanabhaya Namah Pankajamaline Namah Pankajanetraya Namaste Pankajangre Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namine Gauradvishe Namaha Namo Brahmanyaya Devaya ब्राह्मणाहिताय च जगद्दिताय कृष्णाय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः नमः ॐ विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामीनिति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे कुं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयति गिरिं यत्कृपणतमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुलीनतारिणं श्रीपरमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्यईश्वरम् ओम पवित्रो पवित्रो वा सर्वावस्थं गतोऽपि वा यत्स्मरेत् पुण्डरीकाक्षः सः व्याप्यान्तरं श्री विष्णु श्री I'd like to pay humble obeisances to Krishnakant Prabhu. Let us welcome Krishnakant Prabhu. Three loud and enthusiastic Hari Bol. Prabhuji is a living example of how to surrender in today's day and time. Nicely, Prabhuji was doing a job in Middle East, and then he felt he has to spread Krishna consciousness in this material world, and he chose to change his profession, and he accepted Brahmanical seva, especially for devotees, because that connection is very important. And I'm feeling very humble sitting here, Prabhuji. I didn't know that. I'm feeling very uncomfortable. Please forgive me. And please add any time if I speak anything. I'd like to pay obeisances to His Grace Balgovind Prabhu. Hare Krishna. One personality who always makes me feel I am in a spiritual world even in this material world. Thank you, Prabhu. Let's welcome Balgovind Prabhu and Arvind Surabhi Mataji with three loud and enthusiastic Hari Bol. With your permission and blessings, I would like to speak something. Please. What just happened today? What is happening right now? It's so inconceivable if you really think about it. For our kind of backgrounds, sorry to use the word our background, my background, I don't think I should even be part of this kind of festivals. I have never seen such festivals for 32 years of my life. Never even heard. Right? It's so rare that we are experiencing appearance of the Supreme Lord. There are so many devotees who have spent thousands of years waiting to take darshan of the Supreme Lord. Just to take darshan. Even in this tract of the land, we call it Annamaya, Ramadas, And so many other glorious devotees, Potana, right? So many other devotees who have dedicated their lives, to take an appearance of Supreme Lord. And after all that, today we are also going to hear the story of Indradyumna Maharaj, briefly, who has spent so much to just see the Supreme Lord. So much anxieties he went through to see the Supreme Lord. But it's so difficult to understand how can Supreme Lord just like that appear. None of us have done any of those austerities. And he has appeared in us. And we are doing Abhishekam. I'm standing like a fool, I'm standing behind. I'm like, I want to do Abhishekam. Do I have any qualification to do Abhishekam to the Supreme Personality of Godhead? The purest of the pure. The greatest of the greatest. Yasmin idam yenascha idam. Yena idam yo idam swayam. Yo asmat parasmat cha paras. Tam prapadye swayam. Gajendra is telling that you are the source of everything. Everything is standing on you, your power. And you are completely different from the acts and reactions of this world. To that Supreme Lord, I am paying obeisances. To that Supreme Lord, who is Swayambhuvam, who is self-satisfied from within, I am paying my obeisances. And Supreme Lord himself declares, Aham sarvasva prabho matta sarvam pravartate iti matva padante maam buddha bhava. And he also says how rare it is for anyone to understand him, and first of all, nobody can understand. He himself says in Bhagavad Gita, nor the devatas, nor the great munis, nor the great jnanis, yogis, nobody can understand. But he also says, Bhaktosmi sakacheti rahasyam yedaduttam. When you are my devotee, you can understand me. The greatness of Supreme Lord is not of how much austerities everyone has taken to see him. The greatness of Supreme Lord is how he appears in front of his devotees even when he is not invited. Right? Even when he is not invited, he appears. Can you think of any instances when he appeared when he was not even invited? Huh? Panduraga Vitta. He just appeared and he's standing there. Give me some time. What kind of supremacy is this? The whole world talks about supremacy when it's about you are important, it's so difficult to access you. And he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead who just appears at the door of Vidura without an invite. Knocks the door and his wife opens and he says, I'm feeling hungry. What kind of Supreme Lord is this? How can we understand? Huh? And his wife is like, you have just come, there's nothing in the house. There is something in the house, I know. There is bananas. I am all set for it, bananas. How many of you are ready to only have bananas and go back home today? Dasraj Prabhu told there's something more. But Supreme Lord has no problem. And what did he leave there? He left the greatest menu. So far, none of us have seen that kind of menu that Dushasana has made. Duryodhana has all kept it ready. He leaves all that and comes and knocks the door without invite. This is, I'm feeling hungry. And on top of that, she peels the banana, gives him the chilka and throws the banana down. And Supreme Personality of Godhead is eating as if that is the like. How can you? Remember one thing, don't forget the position of the Supreme Lord. The problem that happens is when we hear this Leela, sometimes we forget who he is. And Vidura is sitting there and watching his wife giving the peels and the Supreme Personality of Godhead eating the peels. And he doesn't know how to stop it also. Because he's actually enjoying it. And here is the Supreme Lord, uninvited. He goes to the Pandavas in their house when they don't have any food, and already Durvas Muni has come with 1 million disciples, and he told, I am taking bath, I am coming back, and all of them are already in anxiety, and he knocks the door. I am feeling hungry. Draupadi is like, what is this? Now, come on. When Supreme Lord comes, you should be very happy. Pandavas are happy, but they are in anxiety. What kind of person is he? We are already in anxiety, and he is coming and adding to the anxiety. I am feeling hungry. Draupadi is like, there is nothing. The Akshay Patra is done. I have eaten. Once I have eaten, it's over. No, there should be something. I know there should be something. They find this little grain, maybe half grain or full grain, I don't know. Different acharyas have told. But the little grain satisfied him so much that the entire universe's belly was filled. All the living entities, everybody. What kind of love that Krishna has for his devotees? What is the god? Anantalvar. Anantalvar is plucking lotuses from the pond to make a lotus garland. I heard this story. And he is plucking these lotuses and making the garland, and Lord Venkateshwara Swami Balaji is saying, I need to talk to you, please come. Hey Anantalvar, I need to talk to you, please come. And Anantalvar says, wait, I will come after the garland is over, you can wait. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, who are you dealing with here? Kisse hum log deal kar rahe ho? He's the cause of all causes, standing there, Balaji. Hey, I am calling you, come. I am making garland for you, can't you see? This lotus, if I don't make the garland now, it will close. There is a time limit. Aham kalosmi. So whatever you are, I have to make the garland now. After that, I will bring the garland, then you have the garland. Anantalvar is like, this is my service. And Supreme Lord, hey, that garland is for me only. I am only telling you, come. I am only telling you, come. Anantalvar is like, I know when to come. You stand there. No, you can't do that. These are dealings of pure devotees. And even if you want to, you can't do that. Right? And the same Venkatesh Swami, same Narshing Dev, he is sitting there. Come. Wait. I am coming. He takes the garland. After it is fully finished, he goes to Lord Balaji. He says, okay, now I am going to put. Balaji goes back. No. मेरा मूड अच्छा नहीं है. I called you and you did not come, and now you are bringing that garland. I don't accept that garland. Go. I don't accept. Balaji, this garland I have to give you. Now is the right time. My guru told me when to give the garland. There is a procedure. You bend, I give the garland. Now, how can you understand? Supreme Personality of Godhead. Prabhupada beautifully termed this term. Supreme Personality of Godhead. There cannot be anybody above this. Right? And Balaji is like, you go from here. I don't like you anymore. Anantalvar, you go. You are not listening to my order. What is the point? You serving me here. You go. And Anantalvar says, wait a second. Who are you to tell me to go? You yourself are living on rent here. This land doesn't belong to you. You are living on rent. And by the way, you have no right to tell me to go because my guru asked me to come here, Ramanujacharya. You have any problem with me? Go and discuss with HR. He is my HR manager, my CEO, my boss. You have no business to tell me to go from here. And by the way, you yourself are on rent. And Balaji is humbled. What is this? He is really on rent. We are all paying his rent. You know that, right? Yeah. Varahadev is the one who gave that whole tract of land. It is Varaha Kshetra. He took it on rent. Srinivas Balaji is on rent. And all of us, when we go to take darshan, you should actually go to Varadev's temple first. because he can cancel the rental agreement. That's the agreement between them. Whoever will come to me first will first come to you. So here is, then Balaji says, okay, मैं झुकता हूँ डाल दे करने. Let's finish the score. Now these are the dealings of God with his devotees. There is no reason for Jagannath to come in this concrete jungle of Chandan. There is no reason. He has come here only because his devotee A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada has invited him to all parts of the planet. To all parts of the planet. Prabhupada's desire that Jagannath should go to every part of the planet. It's Prabhupada's desire. And the desire is sanctioned by Jagannath, and he is coming. He is just fulfilling the desire at every part. And wherever anybody serves A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada with mercy of Lord is 1,000,000, mercy of his devotee is 100 million. And mercy of his devotees is 1,000 million, unlimited. I am so amazed and grateful to this family of Sudhakar Prabhu and where is Prabhuji? Hare Krishna and Mataji. He has given birth to a lion and a lioness. Right? Asraj Prabhu and Padma Mataji. Pillal Buditla Uttare. Right? Yeah, seriously. And how much seva they are doing. How much seva they are doing. It is not possible for Jagannath to come. Don't think that you can go to Puri, get Jagannath and it will come and he'll come here and he'll say, no, it is not possible. Not possible. And sometimes he is in the house but you don't even recognize that he is there. But because of their seva and sacrifice, since Prabhuji has picked up Krishna consciousness and taken a resolution to preach in this part of Hyderabad, so many of you have got benefited. One family is shedding its blood and sweat for all of you. If you are not recognizing this and not reciprocating, then all your senses are useless. I don't know what they are seeing and what they are hearing or what they are experiencing. Who would do this? Who would do this? Giving away their weekends, health. I am always worried looking at Dasraj Prabhu, his health and his wife's health. How many of you know what all health problems he is going through? Right? I'm not here to tell his diagnostic report. But yes, a family goes through so much to inspire somebody to come to Krishna. And in such a short span of time, in the last 2 years, only with sincerity, they have conveyed to Prabhupada that Prabhupada, we are your grandchildren, users. And Prabhupada is using them. And I can see that happening. With so many wonderful kirtan. There is Mataji, what's your name?
Shanaya.
Beautiful kirtan. Shanaya Mataji ki
Jai.
Amit Prabhu's daughter. Hare Krishna. Beautiful. Right? And all this, and all the kids here, children here, such a beautiful kirtan they were doing. Jai Jagannath, Jai Baladev. All this, the families, the friendship among the families. Prabhuji is just raising an eyebrow and this is getting set up here. Right? And somebody is arranging for chairs, somebody is arranging for backstage, somebody is, assisting Prabhuji with the crowd management outside, chappal management outside, the clubhouse, complexities or anything and everything. He's just looking at everyone and everyone is ready to serve and assist Prabhuji and Prabhujis and Matajis. That is why Jagannath is here. Jagannath won't come here if one family is standing, I got Jagannath, मैं रख रहा हूँ तुम सभी लोग आओ. नहीं आता Jagannath. Jagannath comes when there is love, when there is loving relationships. Because that is spiritual world. You want to experience spiritual world? This is spiritual world, where devotees are coming together to serve the Supreme Lord, keeping aside their egos, keeping aside their agendas, keeping aside their perspectives, keeping aside their intelligence. Sometimes you also have to keep the intelligence aside and just say that whatever my guru says is intelligence. Right? When Jagannath sees that unity, he appears. And he appears not this much, not this much, he appears this much. Right? Huge Jagannath and Baladev Subhadra deities. Now they are going to come in front of all of us. My God. And they have come here because they like coming here, because they have already come here, because we all have seen them here in the last 3 Rath Yatras. Is that right? 3? 3 grand Rath Yatras. Right? And when Prabhuji was saying we want to bring Jagannath, I said bring them big. Because everybody should be able to take their darshan. And whoever takes darshan of Jagannath, whether he likes it or not, it's over. His material life is over. Just a matter of time. And whoever gets the taste of serving Jagannath, whoever gets the opportunity and taste of serving Jagannath, they cannot leave Jagannath even if they want to leave Jagannath. Narad Muni tells to Vyasadeva in first canto, 5th chapter, he says, Navai janajato kathanchana braje mukunda sevi anyavad angra samshriti smaran mukundangri upaguhanam puna vihatum ichchena rasagraha jana. Rasa means taste. The one who has experienced serving Mukunda, once he gets the taste, even if he wants to run away, he cannot run away. Narad Muni said, he cannot. Right? Navai janajato katanchana. Katanchana means somehow or the other. He wants to run away somehow or the other. Sir, I am busy, I have office work, I cannot. Sir, I have a lot of money, I don't think I am interested now. He will come back. You cannot go away and find any happiness once you experience the happiness of serving Jagannath. Right? Smaran Mukunda Angri. Remembering Mukunda. Remembering that Jagannath. Upaguhanam Puna. There is no next birth for them. There is no next birth for them. Prabhuji and Mataji, if you don't know how fortunate you are. You've just checked your life. Some of you are coming here for the first time or seeing such kind of festival first time, you don't know what you've done. I'm sorry to inform you, तुम्हारा पूरा plan भाड़ में गया. Whatever plan you had to enjoy in this world, सब गया. Now you are going back to Krishna. Your journey has just started. And that is Narad Muni is saying. Narad Muni is saying, Mukunda Sevi. Anyavad. Anyavad means anybody. Anybody else. You are not treated like anybody else, Narad Muni is saying. The one who serves Mukunda is not treated like anybody else, because anybody else does something good, he'll get something good, but he has to take birth again. There is no cycle of birth and death for somebody who has served Mukunda and who remembers Mukunda. Right? Prabhuji and Mataji, I don't know, just the feeling that this can be our last birth. There's a feeling that this can be our end of the cycle of birth and death. It's so inconceivable. And it's possible if you are in association of devotees. No matter what wealth you have, no matter what you think you are, whoever wants to get delivered can sit there. No more birth and death. Don't worry. This is the perfect time to leave the body. Whatever plan you have, I don't know. Door band karo. किसी को बाहर मत जाने दो, सबको उड़ाना है यहाँ से। प्रभु जी मेरे को मालूम है कैसे कुछ होने वाला है, हो गया, इट्स ऑलरेडी ओवर। सुधाकर प्रभु पंपित आंदर ఎవరు వదిలేదు. స్మరణ్ ముకుంద ఆంగ్రీ, right? The moment you remember that Mukunda, it's all over. So Prabhuji and Mataji, this Jagannath, he has a very good schedule of where he wants to be. He takes bath in Badrinath, not in any other normal place. He takes bath in Badrinath. Then he comes and wears his clothes and nice alankarana in Dwarka. Nothing less, Dwarkadish. To eat, he goes to Jagannath Puri. Acha meal. And after that, Rameshwaram. Go and sleep. So he has a very good, schedule, what he wants to do at place to place to place. Right? So this Jagannath Puri is such a special place. It is mentioned in Skanda Purana. This place is named and known by many, many names. You must have heard this story, but you need to hear it again and again and again. So we remember this story at the time of death. Neelachala Dham. It's also called as Neelachala Dham. Neel Madhav is the same Jagannath. And it's also called as Purushottama Kshetra. Any other name? Sankha Kshetra. Sri Kshetram. Right? Very special place. Because this is the place where Lord Brahma, while he was creating this material world, he creates it every day, right? And he sends all of us into all these bodies through all these Prajapatis. But every time he does this creation, he feels very sad. Every time he finishes a creation, see, his job is what? To give another opportunity to these souls to go back to Krishna. So this entire material is a correction place. It's a correction place. Like I was giving the example some time ago, is that you're all sitting in a satsang and small children are making noise. What do? You tell, okay, the small children can play somewhere else. Just go play somewhere else. And you don't send them alone, you send one parent with them. Prabhuji, can you please go and take care of the children? Just make sure they're not doing too much crankiness. They become normal so they can come back to the satsang. Exactly like this. Krishna has created the material world and all these noise creating characters, he has sent them outside. And he has sent Prabhupada saying, Prabhupada, take care of these fools. I don't know what they'll do. Make them ready to come back inside. Right? So that is the role of a guru. He goes out just to serve the Supreme Lord. Prabhupada and such great devotees don't appear in this material world like any of us. They are sent by the Supreme Lord to take care of us, to bring us back to the spiritual world. Right? So here, Lord Brahma, he creates this material world and he feels very sad. He felt very sad. Why he feels very sad? How many of you are living in this Aparna Lake Breeze apartment? Lift your hand. When you look at each other, do you feel sad? Huh? Do you feel sad? No, right, that is a problem. You're not able to see what is going on. But Brahma, when he created Aparna Lake Breeze and Breeze and Breeze and Rose and whatever, he looked at his apartments and he felt very sad. So what is there to be sad in this? Shuddhudhatunena imamuhur ardhyamana sitoshnavadavarse itarascha kamagnina chutarusha sudhurbarena sambhashyato mana urukrama sidate me. He is looking at everybody. Shuddhudhatunena. These people are always hungry all the time. Every morning they are hungry, as if they never got food in their life. Always thirsty, always hungry, always in anxiety. Sitoshna Vatavarshe. Summer also there is a problem, winter also there is a problem. They don't like breeze, but they are living in Aparna Lake Breeze. Huh? They have all problems, all the time, crying. Right? Is that true? Right? Sitoshna Vatavarshe. Itarascha. Brahma is also wakes up many more problems. Itarascha. I can't tell the laundry list of problems. Huh? And then he further goes, Kamagni Chitarusha Sudurbarena. Kamagni. Oh, so much. I want to enjoy this body. I think I'm the most beautiful person the planet has to see. How many feel like that? Before going to parlor or after coming out of parlor? Naan tandagatte. What's the feeling? It will come. Right? That is the beauty of Maya. It makes even a cockroach feel like Miss World. Even a cockroach feels like Miss World. That is the Maya. Right? But to Brahma it looks like cockroach only. He's thinking, arey, these people, what is the... Oh, Urukrama, oh great actor, oh Jagannath, who is the greatest actor, oh Urukrama. Urukrama means, oh great actor. Please save them, either save them, please help them, come back. Like that, Brahma is in so much anxiety after doing this creation. Right? And in that anxiety, Brahma sees the Nilamadhav deity. Nilamadhav deity. He becomes so attracted. Oh, what kind of a deity is this? And what is this place where this beautiful form of the Supreme Lord is there? Right? Nilamadhav deity, he says. And then besides the deity, he sees Rohini Kund. There is a small lake called Rohini Kund. In that a crow goes and sips water and immediately the crow gets 4 hands. The crow gets 4 hands and it goes back to Vaikuntha. And Brahma is amazed. Hey, what is this place? What is this place that even a crow? Crow is not a, like a very choosy, good choosing bird. Even if you put cake and samosa there, it will go to the drainage and eat something. It will only like that kind of things. Crow is not considered as a very clean kind of bird. Of course, it has its own significance. So, Brahma is amazed. And when Brahma is amazed, looking at this crow going back with 4 hands, one other personality becomes very concerned. Who is he? Yamaraj. I can get pink slip tomorrow morning. I don't have a job. If everybody will go to Rohini Kund, what is my role here? No? Right? My role is to punish the people who are not surrendering to the Supreme Lord. Even though they have taken birth like humans, they are willing to live like animals. Only working day and night and accumulating money to buy flat after flat. Villa after villa, jilla and jilla. I want to punish those people only. Yamaraj is behind all the villa owners, don't worry. Because he knows. These people are not going to surrender. Right? But Yamaraj is amazed that even these people are going to Rohini Kund and they are going back to Krishna. Then both of them go and they are worried and they are looking at each other and Lakshmi Devi comes. Lakshmi Devi comes there and explains, hey Brahma, hey Yamaraj, this is not a place where you have any business to do anything. This is Purushottama Kshetra. In this place, even if you take one breath, that is like doing the greatest yogic exercise. Even if you walk 2-3 steps in this place, it's equal to circumambulating the whole universe, all the holy places. Even if you sleep for some time, it's equal to greater than Samadhi. And even if you eat something in that place, that is Maha Prasad. This place is outside your territory, Yamaraj. And Yamaraj is amazed. And then she also tells the story of Markandeya Muni. Right? She tells the story of Markandeya Muni, where Markandeya Muni got the benediction of living for a long time. And it's not like he is happy to live for a long time, that's just a benediction he got. But while he got the benediction, while he was living, suddenly he realized that it's not going to be the same. The material world changes after every 4.32 billion years. What happens? Night of Brahma comes. He thought it's always going to be day. But night comes. But not like the night that we see. Our night is very simple. You get up next day morning, But here Brahma's night is 4.32 billion years when the whole planet is gone down into the ocean, Garbhodaka ocean. And you are swimming. How many are like swimming? Or how many are no swimming? 4.32 billion years. So that is what you want, that is what you get. Prabhupada told, people who like swimming will take birth like fish. No need to try swimming, you will anyway swim. People who like paragliding will take birth like eagles. Glide. Go around. Right? People who like to smell food in neighbor's house. What do you think they'll take birth as? Huh?
Dogs.
You only decided, I didn't decide. I didn't tell, you only decided. Hare Krishna, Jagannath is here. I pray to Jagannath, no. Forgive them. Right? So here is Markandeya Muni. He is literally trying to float. He cannot die. See, death will not come to him because he has got a long life. But problem is, even in that long life, if one crocodile goes beside you, hello, Haribol, what is this? One Timangala is going from here, hey, what is this? One mouth is opening, he's seeing that mouth as if he's going to go inside. What is this? He's in total anxiety. It's not like he can float in that water. He's struggling to float and he's struggling to see these weird characters around him. What is going on? And at that time, he sees a small island. He sees a small island. Then there is this beautiful, small, beautiful child sleeping on a leaf, right, of one of the small trees there, sleeping on a leaf, and he's sucking his own toe. He's sucking his own toe as if that is the sweetest thing to suck. And he's not bothered what is happening in the whole universe. He is nicely, like, we all did that when we were young. Right? All children do that. They bring up there. Now try, don't try it. You are a software engineer. Don't try to do that. That will be your last attempt to lift your leg. Don't do that. So every small children they do that. Then Markandeya Muni is amazed. This whole universe is inundated and everybody is struggling to survive. And this small child is nicely sucking his toe and he is nicely looking around. And suddenly he looks at him. He looks at Markandeya Muni. Markandeya Muni just is amazed looking at Namah Pankaja Nabhaya, Namah Pankaja Maline, Namah Pankaja Netraya, Namaste Pankaja. Oh, how beautiful this boy is. And he just is amazed. He's trying to float and he's looking at that small boy. And he says, Vatapatra Shai. This beautiful boy, sleeping in that Vatapatra. Shai means the one who is sleeping. And he looks at him and he is amazed. And at that time, Krishna looks at him. He does like this. He just takes air inside. And the little air, just imagine a small child taking air. Chota bacha. How much air can he suck inside? Like this. And he sucks like this and the whole universe is going into his mouth. Timingalas, crocodiles, water, oceans, planets, they are going into his mouth. And Markandeya Muni is helplessly going into his mouth. And the small child is smiling. He's just smiling. And then he sees inside and he's seeing the same ocean, the same situation. He's still trying to struggle. And where am I? Where am I? And after thousands of years, he left it out. He comes outside. Markandeya Muni. He sees again the same child. He's sitting there and sucking his toe. What is this? Who is this? He has to be the Supreme Personality of God. The same little Krishna. Ishvara Parama Krishna Satchitananda Vigraha Anavir Avir Govinda Sarva Karana Karanam. The Sarva Karana Karanam. This small child. And immediately Markandeya Muni sits on that island and starts meditating on that little child. And at that time, Lord Shiva and Parvati are traveling from there. They see Markandeya Muni. Hey, this person is so much in devotion with the Supreme Lord. We should go and take some devotion. We should go and discuss how is he feeling being so devoted. And they go and they try to speak. Markandeya Muni is unshaken. He's completely immersed in meditation to the Supreme Lord, Krishna. But Lord Shiva is very anxious. I want Vaishnavanam Yatha Shambho. He wants to feel that same love that Markandeya Muni is feeling, and he tells Parvati Ma, let's do a thing, let's enter his heart. Because inside his heart, he is meditating on Supreme Lord. Let us enter his heart. And both of them, now just imagine, you can't imagine, but just think that he is looking at Vatapatra Shahi inside his heart. He is meditating on them and is completely entranced. And suddenly, beside them comes Lord Shiva and Parvati. Because he have entered into their heart, his heart. And as soon as he immediately opens his eyes, because he's like not disturbed, but he's amazed. Oh, Shiva Parvati are here. And immediately Shiva and Parvati come in front of them. And they appear as a lingam. As a lingam to be. And that lingam is even today being worshipped. It's called Markandeshwar Mahadev in Jagannath Puri. The same, Shiva lingam is even now being worshipped in Markandeshwar Mahadev. And even Yamaraj, is amazed hearing this story. And he tells Lakshmi Devi, can I also worship? And immediately, Lakshmi Devi presents him another Shiva lingam called Yameshwar Mahadev. Even that is there in Jagannath Puri. When you go to Jagannath Puri, there are Kshetrapalaks who are protecting, who are seeing all the affairs of this, Purushottama Kshetra. And it is explained that there was a hole in Jagannath Puri, a hole that would directly take to Patala. Right? And the hole, when Pandavas came there, people are concerned that different kinds of demons are coming out of Patala. And they are directly coming onto the planet and creating problems. The hole has to be closed. So Pandavas kept a Shivalingam on that hole. And that Shivalingam is also called as Bileshwar Mahadev. Bil means hole. The lingam that covers that bill is called Bileshwar Mahadev. That is also another. And it is also called, there is another Shivalingam there called, it is called Kuputeshwar Mahadev. Because it's very small in size. When Lord Shiva became so small, he became as small as a pigeon. Kupta is also called as pigeon. So Kupteshwar Mahadev. So many Mahadevs are worshipped there because all of them are busy worshipping the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Jagannath. Right? So there is the whole story of, the war between Lord Krishna and one person who wanted to be like Krishna. What is his name? Right? He used to dress every day morning, with a peacock feather, wear all dresses like, Have you seen such people in the community? Not seen. I see them every day. You are not observing. Everybody wants to be like Krishna. The whole material world, that is the problem, right? Everybody wants to be like Krishna. So, here is Pondrika, and he is a friend. It's a long story, but he's a very good friend of Kashiraj. Krishna gives him many chances to change, but this Pondrika is like, I am Krishna. He finishes him, sends him back, I don't know, to Krishna or where. He's finished. Then Kashiraj comes, hey, how can you kill my friend? He takes a praman, I will go and kill that Dwarkadish who has killed my friend. It makes a big bow and he comes there. And next thing he goes to the war, next thing, one small ball falls in Kashiraj, Kashi. That's his head. Krishna sends the Sudarshan, his head falls there. And then then his son tries to take revenge. And he does tapasya to Lord Shiva. And Lord Shiva is Ashutosh. Kya kare? Okay, you can fight. And he tells, certain demon you can take help of to fight against Krishna. The demon is defeated. Finally, Krishna himself stands there and Lord Shiva becomes very, very, like, I don't know why I do that mistake again and again. Please forgive me, I'm empowering some other people. Already Ravana, so many people have done, but one more mistake. Then Lord Krishna says, no problem. You are my most dear devotee. And then he says, I want to ask you a benediction. What is that benediction? Wherever you are, my dear Vishnu, I want to be around you. I want to serve you. And that is the reason in any Vishnu Kshetra, you see it's surrounded by Lord Shiva as Kshetrapala. Right? So coming back to Jagannath Puri as a dham itself, Lakshmi Devi, after explaining to Lord Brahma about the greatness of Markandeya Muni and the place and everything, she also tells to Lord Brahma that this deity of Nila Madhav is going to disappear, but don't worry, it will appear again, and a great king Indradyumna will come, you will have to help him. When a great devotee of Supreme Lord Indradyumna will come, you will have to help him. Like that she tells, and she leaves. And after that, Jaimini Rishi, he tells about this story of Indradyumna. Now Indradyumna is not an ordinary king. He is like really a devoted person, a great Raja Rishi, one of the greatest kings the planet has ever seen. And this king, he has all the happiness in his life, and a wonderful wife also he has. What is his wife's name? Gundicha. Both of them are great devotees. But he is not satisfied. He is somehow, some kind of vacuum is inside that I am not serving the Supreme Lord enough. And in that vacuum, when he is in that kind of anxiety, Narad Muni says there is one deity of Nila Madhav in this tract of place on the earth. If you go and serve that deity, you will be happy. And Indradyumna Maharaj sends his minister. His minister's name is Vidyapati. He tells his minister, please go and search for the deity. So he sends whole teams along with different teams, different parts. Please find the deity. Wherever it is, I need to serve that Nila Madhav. And it's not like, if they don't find, that's okay, you can come back. No, it's his life and soul. If he doesn't find Nila Madhav, there is no point in his existence. That kind of anxiety and love he carried. And Vidyapati understood this king's order. He said, I have to find Nila Madhav. And he goes around in the forest, he's struggling without food, without shelter. In a forest, he's walking around wild animals. And once a tribe king called Vishwavasu, he looks at this Vidyapati and he gives shelter to him. Say, you can come and stay. I don't know what you're searching, but you can stay. And while he's staying there, he sees that every night Vishwavasu is going somewhere. The next day morning he's coming with a beautiful garland. Very good fragrance garland. Right? And he's coming and giving to this minister, Vidyapati. And Vidyapati is amazed. These people are tribals. They don't have any such great gardens. They don't have any such great, things. Such kind of prasad is bringing. Such kind of garland is bringing. Where is he bringing it from? Right? He tries to inquire. Where are you bringing this garland from? They tell it's a tribe secret. We will not tell anyone. And this Vidyapati, since he is in search of that Supreme Personality of Godhead, he understands maybe this is the place that my king has sent me for. And he tries to do lot of services to Vishwavasu, saying, please, take me one. No, I'll not tell anyone. This, that. It doesn't work. And finally, he serves him so nicely that Vishwavasu decides that I will marry my daughter. He marries his daughter. And now that he is part of the family now. Now just imagine what all austerity he is going through for his king. He was sent to search for the deity, but he is also getting married. He is also making sure that, this actually shows how much Indradyumna Maharaj is waiting for it. Perfect time. Hare Krishna. Maybe there are some rats inside. And if the rat is hearing the story, the rat is going to get delivered. Hare Krishna. Rat Prabhu ki jai. So here is, it's a Shobara, actually. Shobara kingdom is called. Shabara, tribe, Shabara. So Vishwavasu, finally because he has married his daughter, he says, okay, you can come with me. So this time he goes behind and he tries to find out what exactly is happening. And then he sees this beautiful deity of Nilamada. And as soon as he sees the deity, he is so much satisfied from within. Oh, this is the deity this is the form of the Supreme Lord that my king Indradyumna is searching for. And here is and he becomes so much ecstatic. And in that ecstasy, he reveals that why he is there. Why this deity is important. And immediately Vishwas understands, oh my God, this is the problem. This fellow married my daughter also, and finally has come here to take this deity from us. He becomes a little agitated and immediately ties him to a tree there in the jungle, saying, you stay here only now. There is no question of you moving from here. And then, he is tired and is thinking, hey, how can I serve my king? The deity is found, but my king doesn't know the deity is here. And in that anxiety, there is one person who is now related to him, who comes to save him. Who is it? His wife. She comes and removes the robe. Immediately runs. Immediately starts running. He starts running, goes back. Vidyapati runs and goes back to the supreme, to the king, Indradyumna, and says, we have found. Now is the time to go. Indradyumna says, stop all the work. Let's go. And Indradyumna doesn't go alone. He takes the entire kingdom with him. Everybody is walking. The huge brigade, all offerings, they're all being taken. The only reason for my existence, Nilamada has appeared. Let us go. Let us go and build a temple and worship, and my heart will be satisfied. Narad Muni told, this is my benediction, and he's going, and in that path when he's going, he goes to a place called Utkal, on the way to Purushottama Kshetra. And the king of Utkal stops him there saying, Indradyumna Maharaj, wait. I have one sad news for you. What happened? There was a huge thunderstorm. And this thunderstorm was so big that even the deity of Nilamada disappeared. I don't know where the deity is now. So I don't think you can go and find Nilamada. Just imagine a king who is waiting for such a long time, sent all his ministers, finally got to know where it is. He is now getting the news that Nilamada is not there only. He completely falls apart. And what is the point in me living now? There is no happiness in this material world anyways. And if I don't get the darshan of Nilamada, what is the point? He completely becomes upset. And during that time, Narad Muni comes and tells, Narad Muni knows when to go. He comes with patience. Indradyumna Maharaj, patience. Just maintain some patience, and you will get to see, provided you do 100 Ashwamedha Yajnas. You do 100 Ashwamedha Yajnas and you can see the Supreme Lord. This is 100 only, right? I'll immediately start. Ashwamedha Yajna is not that easy to do. I mean, none of us here can even understand what it means. Frankly, you only know, okay, send a horse. Right? Send a horse, and if nobody stops, it's over. Try taking your vehicle from Lake Breeze to Silver Oak. They'll stop at the gate. Hey, who are you? Even you can't take your vehicle. What to speak of sending a horse to different parts of the planet? Different parts of the planet. And nobody can challenge it. Everybody is to accept it. And comes back, establishing supremacy. Not once, not twice, 100 times. 99 times Indradyumna Maharaj finishes the Ashwamedha Yajna. 99 times. And then his dream, he gets a dream that there is a huge effulgence coming from the sea. A huge log is coming through the sea. And he gets up and he understands. Narad Muni says, here comes the Supreme Lord. Now use this log and get it carved into the Supreme Lord's form. And the log comes, and Indradyumna Maharaj brings, tells, okay, whoever is the Karigar, come on, get started. The supreme form has to be, I want to see Nilamada. And he's waiting for the great person to come and do it. And many people come, by the way. Many people come and try to carve. They bring the hammer and they bring that, sizzle to carve. and every time they hit, the hammer itself is breaking. Hammer is breaking apart. They all die. Hey, we can't do anything. We can't carve even if we want to carve. Now Indradyumna Maharaj again sitting down. What is this? Supreme Lord has come. He has appeared in Daru Brahma form as a wood, and now he has to be carved, and there is nobody able to carve only. Even the best of the carving person is coming, his tools are breaking. At that time, Vishwakarma, the greatest architect, he appears there in the form of an old Brahman. And immediately, Indradyumna Maharaj understands he is the person who is going to do it. And he comes and says, I will do this, but on a condition. And you all know that condition. What is that condition? No disturbance. No disturbance. If you come and disturb me, I will leave then and there. There is no discussion. Indradyumna Maharaj says, no disturbance. Please, here is the room. Here is the space for you to work. Here is the door. I am closing the door. I will guard this door. No disturbance. Days and days pass. Every day, Indradyumna Maharaj is hearing the knock of the hammer and sizzle on the wood, and is imagining the Supreme Lord's form, which he has been craving for so many thousands of years.
Yes, same. He is appearing here.
And he is appearing. And wait, I'll tell the exact moment, brother.
Yes, yes.
So Gundicha, his wife in trouble? Anybody? Wife is trouble for anybody? No, wife is never in trouble. But what happens? Indradyumna Maharaj, he stops hearing the noise, and he is in anxiety, and his wife comes and says, what are you doing here? There is no noise. Something happened inside. Open the door. And he tells his wife, this I am adding. When my wife is here. Any such a parent? He didn't tell that.
That is why he is in the
So, he tells that you're not supposed to open the door. He told not to open. You have to open the door. Don't you know what is going on? Something might have happened inside. You go open the door. Teru.
Jai Jagannath! Jai Subhadra Mai! Jai Baldeva! Jai Sudarshan! Jai Jagannath!
Jagannath Swami Nayana Patami Nayana Patami
जगन्नाथ भगवान की जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा मैया की चक्र की क्षेत्र की लीलाचल धाम की इंद्रदुम्न महाराज की जय गौर हरि प्रेमानंदे।
Oh, Hare Krishna. So 15 days of no sound and this is what appeared after that. After 15 days. Perfect timing, bro. Really. Something like that happened. So you all should be grateful to your wives because of that wife only he appeared like this. I want to see Jagannath. And here is Jagannath. Please sit down. We'll finish the Leela in a few more minutes and then we all can do Pushpa Abhishekam. And let me tell the next program. So there's going to be a Pushpa Abhishekam. There is Chappan Bhog offering, right? Or maybe more offering. And Jagannath has come in this big form. So let me tell your gas bill is going to go high in the coming months because you have to give him nice bhoga. And he is not somebody who is going to compromise. Right? So please everybody take turns and make something for Jagannath every single week. Right? The special appearance of Sri Jagannath in this day. Hari Bol. So Indradyumna Maharaj looks at this form and he said, what just happened? And where is this Vishwakarma? Where did he go? Why did he leave it like this? And at that time, as per the instructions of Lakshmi Devi, at that time he is guided that don't worry, Narad Muni comes and says, this is the form that he is supposed to appear in. And he is the same Neela Madhav. And he tells a story. Long story. But I'll try to put it very short, very, very short, because the story can be spoken for weeks. But for our knowledge, just a little story of what happened in Dwarka. Narad Muni explains, hey Indradyumna Maharaj, Lord Krishna wanted to hear his own pastimes when he was a young boy. And he wanted to hear, and not Lord Krishna, his wives, Lord Krishna's wives, all the 16,108 wives wanted to hear how Krishna used to do his pastimes and why Krishna is so pleasing to the residents of Vrindavan. And at that time they were wondering, who is the person who can tell this story? Who is the person who can tell this story? And the only person who has been there while this happened is Rohini. And she is in Dwarka there. Rohini says, I will tell this story, but you are in trouble if I tell this story. What is the trouble? If Krishna hears this story, he will not stay in Dwarka and go back to Vrindavan. Right? I am not responsible. So then finally, they come to an agreement that we should keep a gatekeeper. We should have somebody to guard the gate. So that if Krishna and Balaram comes, we should immediately be informed, we'll stop the story. And the one person who agrees to do that is Subhadra. And Subhadra Maya is standing near the gate, near the door. And who can stop Krishna from knowing what is happening in Dwarka? He already knows. Immediately he understands this and he tells Balaram, please come and let us go and see, let us go and hear from Rohini. It will be so nice. And both of them come and they are totally in ecstasy, hearing to the Leelas of Gopis and Gopas, cows, Vrindavan Leela. They are so much in ecstasy. Already they are hearing it and their eyes are becoming bigger and bigger. The hands are shrinking and shrinking inside. And they are so much in ecstasy. And suddenly Subhadra feels that I think somebody is standing outside the door and hearing all this. And she opens the door. And Lord Krishna is amazed looking at Subhadra and completely becomes, like still with his big eyes and looking at Krishna and Balaram. Even Subhadra Maya's hands and legs go inside and she opens her eyes. And that very moment they are looking, brothers and sisters, they are all looking at each other. What just happened? As if they're caught red-handed doing something, right? And that exact moment, Narad Muni is passing by and looks at this form of Krishna and Balaram and Subhadra. And he's amazed. And right after that, Narad Muni goes and pays obeisances to the Supreme Lord, Krishna. And he says, Krishna, whatever that form was, whatever ecstasy that you showed, ecstasy actually is the ecstatic form of the Supreme Lord. When he is completely in love with his devotees, this is the form he shows. Right? The most private form, so to say, if you have to ask. The most private emotional form of the Supreme Lord is coming public in front of all of us. Right? And this came because of, again, mercy of devotee only. Narad Muni tells Krishna, hey Krishna, this form of yours, the world should see. Please give me this benediction, that you will appear like this, in this form. And Lord Krishna tells, yes, I will appear in Purushottama Kshetra. When the king there will invite me, I will appear like this. And this Narad Muni himself comes and tells Indradyumna Maharaj, hey Maharaj, don't feel sorry. This is the form which is filled with love for his devotees. His eyes are so big. His eyes are so... is anybody's eyes as big as his eyes? Can you want to try? Can't even think of it. Nobody's eyes can be so big unless he has a heart like Jagannath which only sees good in others. Nobody's eyes can be so big. We don't like to see good in others every time. That is the reason our eyes are so small. Right? But God's eyes are so big because He only likes to see good in others. Even the smallest of the service you do, He'll immediately want to capture it in His eyes. And He's seeing so big, He's actually looking at all of us. If we are able to see His eyes, can everybody look into His eyes once? Jagannath's eyes? Am I obstacle here? You are able to see? Andaru ayana kallan oksaru chudandi. Andaru ayana kallan oksaru chudandi. If you have seen His eyes, that means this is your last birth. Finish. I'm not telling this. Lord Brahma is telling this. Lakshmi Devi is telling this. This is not an ordinary form of the Supreme Lord, most confidential form, and that is the mercy of Srila Prabhupada. We should remember Srila Prabhupada in this moment.
Srila Prabhupada ki.
Otherwise, what is the possibility of we even getting introduced to Jagannath? There are, 1100 flags in this building. How many are fortunate to come and see this? Very few. How many people live in Hyderabad, Sikandrabad? So many. How many are fortunate to come and pull the Rath? Very rare. Very rare. It's not possible. But by the mercy of A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, it is becoming possible. Is the battery getting over? Hare Krishna. In here? Yes. So Prabhuji and Mataji, here is Lord Jagannath who has appeared here to deliver everyone, and Indradyumna Maharaj is so happy. I think I'm losing this. Can you replace it? It's already showing red. Red, no? Okay, red means good. Hare Krishna. Yeah, so, yeah. So here is Indradyumna Maharaj. Deities are ready. Everything is ready. Finally, his anxiety to worship the Supreme Lord Nila Madhav for so many number of years is finally fulfilled. After so many anxieties, Lord has appeared. He has built the temple. The big temple for Lord Jagannath, he makes it ready. And then he says, Narad Muni says, you have to invite Lord Brahma to come and open the temple. And immediately Indradyumna Maharaj says, let's go to invite him. He along with, see, this is not ordinary, going to other planets. Right? Anybody here who has gone to other planets? You have gone, but not in this body. We have been around many planets. We have finally come here. But Indradyumna Maharaj in the same body is going to another planet, Satyaloka, where Lord Brahma is there. And Lord Brahma says, I'm coming out, and he goes there, stands at the door. Within few minutes, like 2 minutes, Brahma comes outside. And immediately says, the Lord has appeared. Lilananda has appeared. Jagannath has appeared. Please come. Please open the temple. Brahma says, yes, I'm very happy you have come to invite me. But I'm sorry, you did a mistake. What is that mistake? So what is the mistake? He says, the temple doesn't exist. What do you mean temple? I just made the temple, I've come here. He says, that is the problem, you have come here. You should have called me from there only. Because my 2 minutes here is thousands of years in the material world. In the Bhuloka. Everything is material world. In the Bhuloka, thousands of years. So what do you mean? He says, I'm sorry, Indradyumna, please go and find the temple and then call me. Indradyumna says, what is this? My anxieties are not still over. He comes back to that place, he's not able to find. He's not able to find the temple. Thousands of years have passed. All the people he knew, everybody are gone. Already gone. He doesn't know where to find the temple. All he can see is sand, all he can see is forest. And he's sitting there crying. Hey Krishna, what is this? You don't want me to worship you? Please, give me one opportunity to worship you. And at that time, a tortoise gets up. And a tortoise is supposed to have life of thousands of years. And the tortoise tells Indradyumna, there, go and dig there. Your temple went there only, I know. I have seen the whole sand coming year after year. Immediately Indradyumna goes and starts digging the place. And the temple reappears. Hari Bol. And Jagannath is sitting inside. Hari Bol, I'm waiting. And Indradyumna becomes so happy and he starts telling the whole world, come on, everybody come, we have to open the temple. But the problem is what? Indradyumna is no more a king there. He was a king. Now there is another king there. The place is called Gala. And the Gala, king of Gala comes and holds his Gala. Who are you to open this temple? I am the king here. By the way, I think you are occupying my land. Let's go for a war. Indradyumna, hey, wait a second. I used to be the king here. I used to be, and Indradyumna tells the whole story. How the Supreme Lord appeared here. The same Lilananda appeared as Lord Jagannath. And immediately the king of Gala says, I am so fortunate that you have come here and this temple is being opened. Can I be also part of it? Of course you can be part of it. You are the king here now. So both the kings together, Indradyumna Maharaj and the other king together, open the temple. They call Brahma. This time Brahma, please come. Please come. And they open the temple of Jagannath. The very temple that we see. Of course, many kings came, it got renovated, it got thousands of years of age. But even now, once in 12 years, there is a festival called Navakalevaram, where the Supreme Lord gets, Nava means new, Kalevaram means body. He gets a new body. How can Krishna get a new body? Yes, he can get. He can get any number of bodies he wants. Right? So every 12 years, there is a new body that is created. The new Jagannath appears. And there is a small hole. This is a very Gupta Leela, which outside people will not know. Actually, all this is documented in a scripture. It's called Vadala Panjika. Vadala Panjika, it's a scripture in which all the discussions of the pujaris who do worship of the Supreme Lord are documented, and that scripture is kept in a very, very secret place, even from many, many hundreds of years, because they did not want Britishers to see this scripture, because they'll make fun of it. People who don't believe in Jagannath make fun of it. They don't want the scripture to go in the hands of non-believers. So even today that scripture is there, by the way. But only the most intimate senior pujaris of Jagannath know where it is. Right? So all this most senior devotees of Jagannath, they all sit together and they decide when this Nava Kalevaram festival has to be celebrated and how the new body of Jagannath comes into existence. And the scripture explains the whole procedure also. So there are 3 pandas who are selected and who are taken to a temple of Mangala Devi, and her garlands are kept on these 3 pandas. And these 3 pandas are allowed to sleep. Right? That night, when they wear the garland and they sleep, in that night they get a dream of where is that tree from which the deity has to be carved. They get a dream. Right? And next day morning, the 3 pandas will get up and they'll start running into the forest. And this is what happens even now, by the way. It's not something that used to happen. This is the process. The 3 pandas, after getting the Mangala Devi garland, they get the darshan of Jagannath, Baladev and Subhadra. And the 3 pandas run into the forest. And all the photographers, news channels, people, they all start running behind these pandas. Wherever they are going into the jungle. They go right into the jungle and they find the tree. One panda finds the Jagannath tree, one panda finds the Baladev tree, one panda finds the Subhadra tree. Right? And how do you recognize the tree? There is a whole procedure. It's a long procedure mentioned in the scripture. But Jagannath tree is supposed to be red color of wood. And there has to be a snake, what do you call that? A snake hill. Ant hill, and snakes also live there. And there has to be Shankha Chakra Pada Padma. Right? All of them should be there. Symbols on the tree. Right? And there are imprints, of course. And there has to be an ashram of a sage beside the tree. And there are many more conditions. I'm just telling you. Unless these conditions are fulfilled, the main panda who is following the scripture will not approve the tree. And if he doesn't see these symbols, that panda is brought back to the same temple of Mangala Devi. He's again put a garland and he's allowed to sleep. Next day morning again he'll run. Until they find the tree which has all these symptoms. And another person, one other panda will go and find Baladev tree. And Baladev tree color is a little brownish, coffee in color. And it has, by the way, Jagannath tree has 4 branches. It only should have 4 branches. Baladev tree should have 7 branches. And all the branches should end like a hood of a snake. The tree should be like that. Right? And it should have Gada and bow imprints on the tree. And one more panda will find the Subhadra tree. And this tree will have 5 branches and it will be yellow in color. Naturally yellow in color, the tree itself, the bark. And there has to be a Padma stamp on that, imprint on that tree. And there are many more conditions. Now all these conditions are fulfilled, those trees are brought, and then the deities are carved out of the tree. And then during the night time, one great old pure devotee panda is chosen to move the Brahma Padartham. It's called Brahma Padartham. Right? Now what that is, how that is none of our business. And we don't want to speculate. Because the person who touches it, the person who transports it, leaves his body in 10 days. The Brahmana, the old Brahmana, he moves it and in 10 days he leaves his body. And by the way, he also doesn't touch it. It is explained, so much cloth is kept around his hands that in that darkness, when he removes that and he keeps, he doesn't even know what it is. He is blindfolded also. He doesn't know. There are a lot of things. Roji can tell more details, but this is what I heard. That it's a very, very spiritual thing that material people with materialistic minds cannot understand. And no camera can capture, nothing is going to happen. And it's not mandated that every 12 years it has to happen. The pandas make the decision when it has to happen. The main management committee of the temple, the pure devotees, as per that scripture called Vadala Panjika, decides whether they should do it this year or no. So it is possible that more than 12 years also the deity can stay. It's very much possible. Completely dynamic. Right? And this festival happens. And so that is Jagannath, very, very sacred, worshipped by the most unique pujaris you will never see on the planet anywhere. It is explained that once Ramanujacharya, he went to Jagannath Puri and he wanted to take darshan of the Supreme Lord, Purushottama Kshetra. He has gone there and he wants to take darshan of the Supreme Lord, and here is, they all get up in the morning, take bath, Brahma Muhurta, they are going to the temple. Temple is not open. Ramanujacharya is like, what? Temple is not open? How come temple is not open? This is Brahma Muhurta. Now it is the time. Ranganath gets up. Rameshwaram, everybody is getting up. How come here they have not opened? And then after some time, some pandas are walking and coming and opening the temple. And Ramanujacharya asks, hey, what a second? Wait a second, what is going on here? You are supposed to open the temple at the right time. As per Narada Pancharatra Vidhi, there is a Vidhi. There is a way to worship the Supreme Lord. You are supposed to open the temple. And you know what the pandas do? When we get up, we wake up the Lord. Ramanujacharya is like, what? When you get up, you wake up the Lord? No. When Lord gets up, you are supposed to get up. Pandas still know that is how it works here. When we get up, we come and wake up Jagannath. Jagannath understands. We have our own dealing. Then Ramanujacharya goes to the king. He is a great Acharya. He goes to the king. He says, my dear king, this kind of worship will cause problems to your kingdom. He is the supreme personality of God. He is not an ordinary person. He is Jagannath, Jagat ka Nath. You cannot do whimsical worship here. You are supposed to follow the process. Immediately the king says, my dear Ramanujacharya, thank you for coming here. Can you please train my people how to do this puja? So immediately Ramanujacharya tells, tomorrow morning I will start the training. This news goes to the Pandas, the very personal associates of Supreme Lord. They go to Jagannath. They go to Jagannath, they are looking at Jagannath. They are like, Jagannath, you are happy, right? Whatever we are doing. Why we have to go through another training now? You are nicely eating now. You never complain. We are giving you so many times. Whenever you want, I am coming and giving you. They all follow 7 times. We follow no times. Any time. Whenever we make bhoga, we are giving it to you. We are not only giving a part of that, we are bringing the entire meal in front of you. Right? The very pots in which the bhoga is cooked for Jagannath, the whole pot is brought. See here what we did. Back. Hare Krishna. बाहर ले जाए अंदर ले Hare Krishna. So they are talking to Jagannath, what is this training? There was no training for us all along. No, this great Acharya Ramanujacharya has come, he is going to train us, we have to get trained. Do you want us to be trained like that? Do you want us to serve like this? They are complaining to Jagannath, and Jagannath is hearing all their complaints. Wait a second, I will take care. Don't worry. So Ramanujacharya along with Shishyas, they all take the night sleep. Next day morning the training has to start. Ramanujacharya gets up next day morning. He gets up and he sees in a different place altogether. Where am I? And then he sees there is a round stone-like thing beside him. So what is this beside him? It looks like almost like Shivalingam. Am I in a Kshetra where Lord Shiva is there? Where am I? I am supposed to be in Purushottama Kshetra. Then he looks at that stone itself gets up. What is this? The stone is moving. Actually, it is not the stone, it is a tortoise. Kurma. And immediately he realizes he is in another holy place called Kurma Kshetra. And then he establishes Kurmadev's temple in Kurma Kshetra. And then he understands that Lord Jagannath has a different dealing with his pandas. I am not supposed to go and intervene into these details. Let me keep my Narada Pancharatra Vidhi to other places and not Jagannath Puri. So Jagannath Puri, with all due respect, don't ridicule this pastor. It has spoken in a very respectful way. Because Ramanujacharya also is a pure devotee, remember that. And he is very intimately serving Ranganath. And so many 108 Divya Kshetrams. right? He has established, but he has so much respect for Jagannath Puri himself that he understands that Supreme Lord wants to be worshipped in a different way. And Jagannath's pastimes are like that. Very private, in his own way he gets it done. Right? Any number of, there is no time for even washing his hands. So how many have gone to Jagannath Puri? Lift your hand. Haribol, Haribol. By the way, who have not gone, right now we are in Jagannath Puri. Wherever Jagannath is. Okay, now physically, how many have not gone to Jagannath Puri? Lift your hand. Okay, so tomorrow morning you'll get a phone call. It will tell you need a personal loan from ICICI Bank. That phone call is from Jagannath only. సంపాదించి చాలు ఆ డబ్బులు తీసుకొని జగన్నాథ్ చూడండి. సత్యక్కడ ముందు జగన్నాథ్ చూడండి. Before you die, take darshan of Jagannath. What is the use of your flat and your money and whatever you have if in this time you are not taking darshan of Jagannath? And seriously telling, call will come tomorrow morning. Right? Please take darshan of Jagannath. Go to Jagannath Puri. Here Jagannath has appeared, but he is also calling us to go and take his darshan in Jagannath Puri. There are many pastimes. There is I'll tell one more pastime. Is that okay? So there is this pandas who are doing worship inside the Garbhagudi, and all the time they keep hearing noise. So much noise from the ocean. They can't chant the mantras. Every time they start chanting, the sound will come. What is this? And they are complaining, what is this? What is this? And then Hanumanji comes there. And they ask him, can you help? And Hanumanji says, I will take care of the sound problem. So Hanuman, it's a long pastime in the interest of time. Because Jagannath likes to see his devotees eat his prasad. I'm not going to be between Jagannath and you, between the prasad. I'm trying to finish it very fast. So Hanumanji, even now, stands there in that particular place. And it's called Kanpoda Hanuman. Kanpoda Hanuman. He can't hear. So this Hanumanji's deity speciality inside the Jagannath temple is, even if you go and ask him anything, he can't hear. The only thing he hears is the sound of the ocean. He stops the ocean sound, and even now it is such a mystic thing. You just walk a little outside the temple, you can hear so much noise of the ocean, but when you go inside the temple, you can't hear a single noise of ocean. No scientist can explain what it is. Because Hanumanji is standing there and taking all the noise inside. And it is recommended, don't go in front of the Hanumanji and ask for any benedictions. मेरे को पास करा दो, मेरे को ये करा दो, मेरे को बचाओ. Why you should not ask? Because he can't hear. He can't hear. Kanpoda Hanuman. This is called as Kanpoda Hanuman. Hare Krishna. There is Sudarshan Chakra pastime also. Sudarshan Chakra becomes very, very, puffed up that I am the pure devotee. I am always used by the Supreme Lord to destroy the demons. I am the most near and dear to Lord Jagannath. I am the Jagannath is weight. Hanuman ko lekar aao. Hanuman ko lekar aao. I am your pure devotee. How can you are calling Hanumanji? No, you go and call Hanumanji. He goes to Hanumanji. Hanumanji is sitting and saying, Ram, 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 Ram. He said, Hanumanji, yes, bolo. Jagannath is calling you. Your own Lord Ram who has appeared as Jagannath is calling you. Okay, I'll come. I just finished my bhajan, immediately I'm coming. So even before Hanumanji comes, Hanumanji goes very fast, even faster than that is Sudarshan. He comes there and he expands into 4 Sudarshans and he stands at the 4 doors of the Jagannath temple saying, I'll see how he'll come inside. He's testing Hanumanji. And Hanumanji comes to the temple, all the 4 doors, Sudarshan is standing, he just folds his hands and says, Ram, 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 Ram. Immediately 6 hands come out of Hanuman. And 4 hands take all the 4 Sudarshans. And they are walking. Hanumanji walks in front of Jagannath with 4 Sudarshans holding in his 4 hands. Sudarshan Chakra he could stop. I mean, he can't inconceive. Because Lord wants it like that. And immediately, Jagannath looks at Hanumanji, hey, my devotee Hanumanji has come. And then he looks at Mr. Sudarshan beside him. And the Sudarshan is like, I didn't mean to do this. Okay, you didn't mean to do this, but you did it. You tested my pure devotee. Now your punishment is, you will stand here like a stick. no more flying around. You stand here now. So in the whole pastime of Jagannath, you can see Sudarshan Bhagavan, Sudarshan Chakra ki standing here. Swayam, Ansh of the Supreme Lord. Right? Most dear, Sudarshan is standing there. Hare Krishna. There's one special pastime in this. I can't stop. Everybody likes Krishna. Krishna's eyes, Krishna's smile, Krishna's complexion, but Krishna's hair also. Curly hair. Don't do hair straightening. Krishna doesn't do hair straightening. Krishna likes curly hair. And his curly hair are so beautiful that the pujari, the panda of Jagannath was doing alankarna for Jagannath. He put the crown, he kept the frog, he kept everything. And like, why you don't have hair? I want to dress you with nice hair, curly hair. You are Krishna, you have hair. Where is your hair? The next day morning, Jagannath has hair. And Pujari said, hey, what is this? You have hair? He said, you wanted it. This is my hairstyle. You can worship me like this. This is what you wanted. Jagannath is so merciful. Every desire is fulfilled. And immediately Pujari is so happy. He is now hair and beautiful curly hair of Krishna, and he's keeping the mukut like this. He keeps a mukut like this, and hair is coming like this. He does all that, and then he puts a garland. Now there is one aspect of Jagannath worship is the garland of Jagannath goes to the king every day. The same garland that is put on Jagannath as Mahaprasad later is sent to the king. Now this time when the king gets the garland, he sees a hair in that garland. Say, this Pujari has done some nonsense. It's a fresh garland that should come to me. That means somebody else wore the garland between me and the Jagannath. Arrest that Pujari. Immediately the Pujari is summoned, he is arrested. He says, how come there is hair in garland? Pujari says, Jagannath hair. What do you mean Jagannath hair? Jagannath doesn't have hair. He has hair. He has hair. I have put the garland. King. No, he doesn't have hair. If you want to go, you can go and see. And immediately king says, okay, I'll go and see. Immediately I'll go and see. Right now, mid of the night, he goes. He goes, opens the door, and Jagannath is nicely having hair like this. Very well. The king is like, what is this? He never had hair. How come he has hair? Maybe the Pujari is doing some here. He put that hair on him to save himself. The garland actually went to somebody else. Just to save himself, he put the hair on Jagannath and he came. He goes and pulls the hair. And as soon as he pulls the hair, comes like it gets lifted up and blood starts coming to Jagannath. And immediately the king falls at the feet of Jagannath. Jagannath, please forgive me. I never knew that you had hair. And you have done this for the pleasure of your devotee. Jagannath says, for my devotee, I'll do anything. I'll do anything. If he wants me to worship like this, I'll do worship like this. Should I tell one more person? There are many more pastimes. You can hear many more pastimes of Supreme Lord, provided you all are going to take one pran in front of Jagannath, especially the community members of Lake Breeze and Silver Oaks and whichever other community are here. Can you all lift your hand, people local here? Yeah? Okay. You have to do something for Jagannath. Then I will tell one more pastime. One last pastime I will tell, but only if you do something for Jagannath, I will do. Are you ready to do? डर रहे क्या बोले यार इस बार? Okay, I'll tell one more pastime, but you will have to do something for Jagannath, and I'm going to tell you. It's very much possible for you. You all can do it for Jagannath. And Jagannath's mercy will be there to do it. Are you ready? Bolo. Hare Krishna. So here is a devotee named Arjun Mishra. He lives in Jagannath Puri. His one of the most dear activity is to read Bhagavad Gita. He reads Bhagavad Gita with lot of love and affection. And he lives in his house. People come and give, alms at his house, danam at his house. His family is taken care nicely. He doesn't have to go out and work. He doesn't need to. He's such a nice devotee. Jagannath is taking care of him. And once suddenly, lot of thunderstorm comes in Jagannath Puri. He can't go outside. Nobody can come to his house also. There is no food in the house. It's not like they have fridge and storeroom to keep. No. Brahmanas only have that day's food. They depend always on Krishna. In that mode, he is sitting in the house and nobody is coming to give anything. Everybody is starving in the house. The Brahmana's wife is very angry. Hey, what is this? You are such a nice devotee. Jagannath is not taking care of you. And at that time, when she is talking to him, he is reading one verse of Bhagavad Gita, 9.22. Let's all recite together. Ananyas chintayanto mam. Let's sing together. Chintayanto mam. As soon as she hears this, says no, this sloka is not right. Yoga Kshemam Vahamyam is not right. Are Yoga Kshemam is taking care of all his devotees, all the living entities. You are his devotee, reading Bhagavad Gita every day, he is not taking care of you. And what does the wife do? She takes a pen, she strikes that verse. In Bhagavad Gita book, she goes and strikes that verse. And right after that, with that agony, she is sleeping. And everybody in the house is sleeping without food. Mid of the night, a small boy comes to the house. Jagannath Swami ki small boy comes to the house with big bags of grocery. In that thunderstorm, comes and knocks the door. She goes and who is coming this late in the night? Because somebody keeps coming and going. But this late in the night? So she doesn't wake up her husband. She just goes and opens the door. This small little boy with a nice smile in his eyes says, please take this grocery. I brought it for your, for your family. Please use it. And she's like, who are you? Yeah, I've just come to give the grocery. No, you come inside now. You can't just give and go. You have come here to give, food for us. It's my dharma that I should cook and also give you something. You should also honor the prasad of Jagannath. We'll make and you have to eat. The boy says, no, I cannot eat. I have to go. No, you have brought. It's the culture that anybody who brings anything, we feed. We all have to learn this culture now. Anybody who comes home, kuch de ke bhejo. Right? And the boy says, no, I have to go. Then she understands, okay, boy is in a rush, so he takes the grocery. And the night she starts cooking because everybody is hungry, na? 3 din se koi khaya nahi. She is like, before my husband and children gets up, I'll cook everything and keep it ready. She starts cooking in the whole night. Full, all dishes. Chapan bhog. There are so much grocery is brought. Krishna doesn't bring little grocery. He brought a lot of grocery. And all of that she cooks. And next day morning, her husband gets up and she, get up. We have Jagannath Prasad in the house. So many varieties have made. Her husband is like, what is this? Yesterday night you were sleeping just beside me. Today morning there is so many. How did you get all this grocery? Hey, that little boy came and he gave all the grocery. So which little boy are you talking about? Who is that little boy? I don't know. He gave the grocery. It is our culture that whoever comes home, we should give him some prasad and go. How did you let that boy go? He should sit there. You should have made him sit in the house. You would have cooked. We would have offered it to the boy also. How did you send him? And the wife says, no, he did not want to eat. He just gave the grocery and he left. And they both look at each other. Wife and husband look at each other. Spontaneously, both of them understand. Oh my God, this is Jagannath. Oh my God, it has to be the Supreme Lord. So, they take all that bhoga and they run to the Jagannath temple. And there, they see that Jagannath's lips have 3 dots. Like spikes. 3 dots. I don't know if that temple they might have kept. But there's 3 dots. And why the child said he cannot eat? Because his tongue is hurt. She has struck that verse with a pen. It's like cutting his tongue. And Jagannath cannot eat. That boy told, I cannot eat. Because it's not like he doesn't want to eat. He cannot eat because his tongue is struck. And she starts crying. The Brahmana's wife starts crying. Oh, what did I do? Because if you are rejecting a verse in Bhagavad Gita, that's like you are rejecting the voice that came out of Lord's mouth. Right? And the tongue is